Do ATN still have what it takes to be the big guys at the end of a tournament? Stay tuned and find out. The tornado trap pops up, sweeps those loons around, and keeps them from getting this taken down. So you might be wondering what's been going on with ATN, where they're at, where they're playing. We've seen them take some losses in a couple of leagues, but we saw them coming back around in this German community tournament, 187 Cup. We've had some amazing players coming through, amazing teams coming through that you've seen through the World Championships, including 11 Original, Penta, Inquisition, and then, of course, we have ATN here in the playoffs. Tribe was even in it, but they didn't make the cut coming through during the early stages. They didn't make it to the group stages. So we've had incredible teams in the German community playing in 187 Cup. They've put on such a great tournament. Now, we headed into the finals. If you didn't watch the quarterfinals match that I have on YouTube, take a look at the video. It was superb. It was amazing. It was incredible. I can't speak highly enough of it because it was the closest match we've ever seen. 14-15 with 1%. A 99% doing in Penta that could have gotten them the win. But ATN moved on, were able to make it to the finals, and we had them facing off against Inquisition. This is very reminiscent of what we saw in the ESL Meisterschaft second season finals. So a little bit of a grudge match coming in here. Inquisition really hungry to get the win. But the big question is, does ATN do they still have it after their break, after their time away? Do they have what it takes to take on some of the big boys here? You're going to have to stay tuned and take a look. And if you want to watch these live, if you want to be there to cheer on the teams, cheer on ATN, hang out with some amazing players and some amazing like-minded community members, head over to my Twitch channel. Link is in the description below. You can follow me, turn on the notifications so you know when I go live. If you're looking for some bases, if you want some free bases for CWL, for any of your tournaments, make sure to head over to my Discord server. That link is also in the description below, and that's courtesy of Blueprint Base Building. We've got weekly drops coming in from some of the best base builders around, and they're free. You just come over, you grab a link, and they're free. Head over. It's so easy to do. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, and help the algorithm, help the channel grow, help get this video out there. Much, much appreciated if you do that. But without further ado, let's head in and take a look at this incredible final match, ATN versus Inquisition. I'll tell you after this attack, because we've got Boom kicking us off with, dirty P.E.K.K.A Smash coming in with the spam. Let's go, Boomer. So trying to shape up the space here. We have the Warden straight for this Eagle Chamber. Little distraction, minor distraction, a couple of skellies, but he's on a good course so far. We'll have the bats for the back end here. So let's take a look. We've got the Town Hall all the way towards his backside of the base. We've got the scatter spread out pretty far. Will he choose to bat bomb into the scatter chamber? Do you have the wizard tower? We've got a wizard tower here. Either way, these two combinations, you've got some really clean freeze possibility. You've got a nice radius there for a freeze spell. So sends a blimp in. We've got the blimp to clear out. The 9 o'clock chamber along the way works straight through the core. So we don't have a scatter doing some dirty flanking damage. But did he start this Warden off a little bit too early? The Eagle does not go down. Sends the loons in. No, he did not get it going too early. He's worried about the time on this one. So he knows he's got to get it going. That took forever and a day to move along. Warden ability comes off, keeps everything safely through the core. Still need to work into this Town Hall side of the base. We need to get in here. Chamber's open. Just need the path back around. And with this, oh, look at this loon go. Will it get? Nope. Will not get that wizard tower down. But Town Hall is right here in sight. Has to freeze it up, though, because the queen is tangled up with the king. The bats actually come through to take it on. This is not exactly what you expect to see bringing in the bats. So he loses a good chunk of it, and he still needs to get through this back end scattershot chamber. Queen did not win out Yes, she did. In that fight against the king. Oh, she is back in action and ready to go. Final freeze comes in, and these bats are just enough to get the job done. Oh my goodness. Boom. When do you ever see bats getting so much value? I mean, the fact that the royal champion was there to support the entire time, like, that's one thing. But they got knocked out by the Giga Bomb. Like, a good chunk got knocked out by the Giga Bomb. This tells you need to know how to use these spells. It's not going to be time. It's all converging here. Come on. Last structure finally goes down. Holy moly. Boom. Like, coming in with some bats that I would not expect to see. It was lucky. It was lucky. But man, this is where you need to know how you can best use your spell combinations. I did not expect to see quite that much value out of those bats. Okay, Striker coming through with Electro Drags. Ooh. Didn't I say this yesterday? Like, when do you really ever get to see E-Drags right now? Coming in with the E-Drags on the space is very few and far between. What do I do for a living? I work for an engineering firm. I do marketing and communications for them. The AI of the troops that it just worked through, that's not cheating. That is, boom, kind of knowing how to handle what he has left over and luck. That's what that is. So we've got the E-Drags in a nice straight line. With dragons in general, ideally you want to spread out the damage that is being dealt to them plus the damage that they're putting out. With the E-Drags, they can be a little bit wider apart because of the chain value that they offer. But you do have to keep them moving along, working along. They get a little bit of resistance from the air sweepers. So we see Striker coming in and freezing that up. It also helps sail the blimp safely through into this town hall chamber, just getting there. No issues about sneaky goblins, maybe possibly getting that way. He gets a straight line push in. The E-Drags balloons take it on easy peasy. Even if it was further back, it would have been a safe go. And it adds in a little extra reinforcement with, even though the E-Drag died, with the chain damage it does offer. We've got the Royal Champ sneaking in, but we've lost a lot of health on these E-Drags. The Royal Champ surely not going to be able to get everything needed in here. The Warden for now, just gets out of range of the single targeting Inferno. Does she have enough? She goes for the cannon. If she had not gone for the cannon, she had enough to take down that single targeting Inferno. It still wouldn't have necessarily provided an easy push in because we've got this back end chamber with the air defense, with the Wizard Tower and the Archer Tower, all of this trying to snipe off any air target or any air troop that comes towards it. So it would not have been enough even if the Royal Champ had taken down that single targeting Inferno, but it would have given it a little bit of a fighting chance. But with this, we've got ATN holding an early defense, which does put them in a good spot, considering they pulled in that 3-star. A little bit more percent along the way here. Never discount what you can do with picking up percentage. Archer just out of range here. 20 seconds left to try and bring this up to an 87%. Not as high as Striker would like to see going up against ATN. Ideally, if you're going up against ATN, you want to be hitting in the 90% range, but don't shake your head to it because it can count. If Inquisition can hold some solid defenses, which we've been seeing them do through the league, but it's an 86%. Let's see what they have on the defensive front. So we've got Linade coming in. Speaking of Lalo, Linade hitting early on today with a phenomenal Lalo attack. Our first war we actually got to see not only a perfect war come in from ATN, but it was all air all day long. All Lalo attacks. He brought it in with a Queen Charge Hog attack in the second matchup, but coming back around to the air. So we send in the Yeti Blimp. We get the Clan Castler. We take down the Eagle Chamber. Air defense on the outside edge will be easy pickings for this queen as she navigates through into the Scattershot Chamber over here at the 730 side of the base. First things first, Hound needs to go down. Let's see what we're going to have in store to keep the queen pathed and focused through it. We send in a loon and a minion to ensure that that mortar goes down. Queen takes a little bit of a veer, but we will see her coming back in. Gets a big wall break open, not taking any risks, but it also helps set the next wall breaker into action to push the queen in towards the core of the base. We've got the multi-targeting Inferno and the air sweeper. We've got the defending RC here. And we've got what we will call a damage zone, where we have a lot of the traps because it's further away from the air defense. We're seeing this in the meta right now. This is where most of the air traps are placed, because if you don't get it, it can really ruin a raid. Queen's on a good path. King's down, Royal Champ's down, Scattershot just about to go down. Air Sweeper's going to push those healers back, but with the Scattershot down now, she's still hanging on, and hanging on, more importantly, to that ability. We've got the King to cut across. He's got an easy opening into the Town Hall, nicely funneled, nicely set, and ready to go. With this, you just need the super wall breaker to come in. Royal Champ is going to help secure the push in. This is taking out anything that would get in the way of this queen from getting the wrong wall break. Here it comes. Here it comes. Makes its way through. And there we go. Rages up this queen and the healers one final time. Perhaps this next rage can be used for the Lalo push, as the queen has been able to hang on to this ability. She is even going to come into contact with the defending queen and take her down. Beautiful tanking from this Hound. Look at it go straight across to the back end air defense, picking up traps as it goes along, helping to tank for the loons in the path of the scatter shot here. We've even got the Royal Champ for support under these loons. She managed to survive this entire raid. This is a powerful attack. And with only 16 seconds left to go, it is here in the final end to pick up the 3-star with a Swag Queen ability. Oh my goodness, LadyB. He is our resident ground attacker. He's our hybrid attacker, our hog attacker. But when you put him on a Lalo, it is always something of beauty, especially with those queen charges. My goodness. LadyB, like, I am such a fangirl for LadyB queen charge Lalos. It's supposed to be 1,000. I did it quickly. LadyB is literally the best player in the world. ATN are the world championships. I mean, you keep that up, you're going to have to get a timeout. So we've got fight coming in with the hybrid Zapquake to help navigate the queen pathing here. Takes out the single targeting Inferno, easing up any issues that the queen would have, but we've got the blimp to sail through and take on a scatter shot. He's picking up a lot of value here. And look, we've got the eagle, we've got the scatter shot here. This is an easy push in from either way. From either way for this hybrid to move along. We get the clan castler, pulls it to a nice dark corner. And with the way the queen is lining up, we're going to see her pushing towards the town hall side of the base, hybrid to work through into the eagle and towards that back end into the scatter here. That sneaky goblin ensured that the queen continues her pathing, moving along down towards the bottom side of the base. Or left side of the base. Strange, no Super Witch this time. For who? ATN. Very patient here. Nice. Loon picks up that wizard tower. Eliminates a splash for the hybrid entry and any possible slight veer towards a pull. We've got the opening for the queen into the town hall. But look at what else we've got. This queen survives. She works her way around, takes on the back end multi, can help take care of the king. Very, very patient as he works this along. Minute 31. Now we need to start thinking about bringing in this hybrid to get going. My goodness. This is like patience of steel. There we go. King is down and set. King needs to force his way up towards the 12 o'clock side. Queen finally getting into the town hall chamber as we have the hybrid taking on their first course of action, getting through this queen, getting through the eagle. We've got the warden ability to help secure. Once they get out of this heal, we want to keep these headhunters alive. We want to get them safely through this multi-chamber, but he's a little bit further back. Come on, get in there. Get up in there. powerful Warden ability helps them set through where we have the defending RC, where we have the multi-targeting Infernos going side by side here. The Queen's not met up to this back end one, but that Warden ability gives it everything that it needs to work its way through. We still need to get through the scatter shot, but we've got the Royal Champion with her Seeking Shield, who doesn't even need to use it because the King is still tanking. Oh my goodness. Fight is definitely putting up a fight for Inquisition here. That 86%, they don't want to let do them in. They need to pull in these 3 stars, and that's exactly what they're trying to do going up against ATN. They need to find a way to hold a defense. I'm expecting to see at very least 1 defense coming in from Inquisition today. Okay, we've got Ast bringing us through with more Lalo action. Blimp sails through to the Town Hall. We've got double combination. Oh my goodness. Talk about a multitasker. Not only do we sail the blimp in, but we get it down and we get in the Skelly Clan Castle kill. Is it going to take down the Clan Castle? No. Wait. No. It does not get down the Clan Castle. Not quite enough to get that fully taken down. We have seen some damage come through. Scatter is almost down. We wanted that double combination. How far can we pull these heroes in between the King, the Queen, and the Royal Champion to take this on? Because the Clan Castle troops need to go down. The Air Sweepers need to go down. The multi needs to go down. There needs to be more coming out of this one. Ice Golem and King, not enough tank to get this Queen through. This might be the defense that Inquisition was looking to hold. Seeking Shield goes off. It would be nice to see not only getting this AD down, but getting that Wizard Tower down and the multi, but she's not going to go for the multi. She's going to get sniped off here. Oh, and she does get the lure. So Headhunters come out of the Clan Castle. Slew of minions and a freeze to take them down because he's got no poison spell here. Nice, quick thinking. Good work. Problem we're going to have here is this core. Dirty core. All the traps, the air sweepers, the multi, the scatter shot. This is not what Ast had expected with that opener. He needed that to go down. Warden's going to have to adjust the ability coming straight through. Lalo plan, pathing has to work through, cutting into the core of the base. Warden ability off just to try and spare these loons, but the sweepers push them back. We've got 1 more freeze, which we might need to hold for the multi-targeting Inferno. Little bit of a split here. Traps come out. Loons are starting to fizzle as he's move along. He does get the freeze down, but it's not enough to take down the multi. There's not going to be enough power left in this, surely, to get the job done. 34 seconds left to go. We've got reinforcements of loons coming in, but we've got the Wizard Tower to try and take them down before they manage to make their way through the spread out beams of the multi-targeting Inferno. Warden is trying to give this a fighting chance. The tornado trap pops up, sweeps those loons around, and keeps them from getting this taken down. Not even the death damage can do this in that multi that did not go down from this opener. Is going to be the thing that secures the defense here for Inquisition. A 93% though. We do have the percentage in ATN's favor coming out of this attack if Inquisition pulls in the 3-star. Oh, Lou, who I've been told is Greek. Greek Lou. With the Zapquake Lalo. So safely secures the takedown of the entire core. So we take down a scatter. We take down air sweepers. And we clear out the damage zone. We also open up a nice push in for the Sui opener. Now this is going to help Connect get to the Clan Castle troops. The Queen will take on the Town Hall here. Royal Champ and the King, though, securing an easy path for her to try and hang on as long as possible. Defending. And defending. Royal Champ. Ooh, this is a tough timing because we have the Clan Castle lure, but the Queen gets a Town Hall down quickly. Works her way through to snipe on the defending RC. She's already burned through this ability, so there needs to be a way to handle what remains here with the super minions as she dies out. But we've got the poison, we've got a freeze. So pull it to a nice dark corner, get it in here into that freeze, and keep this rolling along, or into the poison. There we go. Right there in the poison. Come on, super minion. You are there. Takes out the headhunters and keeps them lured and attracted right there with some extra troops. GG, handled like a true pro. So with everything set up the way that Lou wanted to see, can start with the Lalo just before this 1:30 mark. Pretty much a safe area to get that Lalo going. Just about the safe zone. Scatter shot, or Stone Slammer working its way through. We do have this back end scatter shot that the Hound does do great tanking for. Warden ability helps cut through, keep the loons safe, and get this Queen down with the headhunters going strong. Oh, excuse me, defending Queen right back here. Right back here is the King that went down, but the Dragon will do her dirty. So no worries. Almost nicely placed freeze. It doesn't matter considering what he has left over. Does hold off the Wizard Tower, most importantly, keeping that splash damage at bay, and an easy pickup to take on the air defense. 41 seconds left. Lou has got this under control. What a beautiful opener and a very beautiful Lalo path and plan coming in. Inquisition does not want to let up. They hold right now, star for star against ATN. They just sit slightly behind on the overall percentage. Yeah, I've heard Lou is pretty OP, and I have yet to be disappointed. Let's see what Yo-Yo's got in store to try and keep the dream alive for ATN to pull through. A 3-star is kind of needed. You don't want to give an opening to Inquisition because I do fear that they will take advantage of it. And I suspected to see some defense coming in for them because they have held well defensively in this tournament. Nice patience in dropping the healers. Gets that Coco Loon down. Gives the healers the opportunity to not get sniped off by traps. Loon coming in. Loon coming in. Take down any possible traps so we can get the Inferno Drag there to take on the Eagle. This is lovely. So King navigates the path. We need to see him pushing up towards the 3 o'clock side, getting into the scatter chamber because we don't want the Queen taking on too much damage all at once. King needs to work his way in. Does he have the funnel to get inside there? First things first, he takes on the heat. He takes on the damage while the Queen goes through the Clan Castle troops. And yes, he's coming in. Royal Champ's going to cede to it. Tries to snipe out. Oh, come on. Get back in there, King. Somebody get back in there. Get inside that base. Take on the scatter shot because we want the Queen moving through into the center. It's going to be the RC. She works her way in. Gets that taken down and still hangs on to her ability. One more super wall breaker that does not get the wall intended. Clears open the outside wall, but we have what we need. We can set in the Lalo. Queen's going to beat her way through. She's taking on a little bit of damage just from the ground bow. Taking on the multi is exactly what they need to see. I do remember this base. I can't remember if it held a defense or not. I think it did. But this time, it does not look like it's going to hold a defense. Yo-Yo coming to the finish line with the Queen still alive. Beautifully timed freeze and rage. Get the loons sweeping in. That headhunter nearly taking down the Royal Champ under rage, but it's going to be the Dragon to get her taken down. Loon swarm the remaining defenses as the Queen comes along to help take care of the job and seal the deal for the 3-star and secure another attack round of lead against Inquisition. I mean, we're talking slightly. They don't want to give any opening to Inquisition in this one. So Inquisition needs to put the pressure on, keep the 3-stars going, and see if it will be the MVP Vala who might slip up in the end. We'll see. We'll see. That's what Inquisition hopes for. the Reddit Discord server, Clash Champs Discord server, where there's some recruiting areas and some people who really enjoy watching the competitive wars that you can see if you can build a team that way. So we've got Vendetta in, and I kind of think he's got a vendetta out for ATN at this point. They wanted to see their bases holding stronger. It is yet to happen so far. That 86% could put them in the position of being down for the count on percentage overall, even though they've gone head-to-head, toe-to-toe against ATN. We've got a great opening for the queen here, plus 2 more super wall breakers to get her set and in place into the center of the base, where we have good value. We've got the eagle, we've got the scatter shot. Queen working her way through, just coming across to the cusp where we can drop the next set super wall breakers. Very patient. Coco Loon taking some good lead, keeping cover for the healers right behind them. And with the queen taking on all this target, it actually helps take on these defenses. This Loon is pretty OP, the value that it's giving. Gets that queen reached up. Healers finally step into place. Get in there. We've got the super wall break that does open up. Oh my goodness. The juncture on the outside of the base. We've got the king working into the single targeting chamber. Double freeze combination to hold off the scatter, hold off the single, get the queen sneaking right in line to get that scatter shot down. The third and final. Oh my goodness. Super wall breaker gets the core of the base open so the queen can sneak through, take on the eagle, take out those air sweepers, take on the defending queen, and take on the Tesla farm that rides inside. This omits any issues with some splash damage, though the loons are slightly sneaking in here. They are in the Eternal Tomb. The queen needs to hurry up. As they take on some traps quickly. She picks off some of the air skellies. She does help this out quite a bit. A lot of loons on the back end, backside, outside of the base here. Sweeping across into the haste with a freeze, holding off long enough so the scatter shot does not open fire on what he has remaining with these loons, but we still have the queen ability. Single-handedly, she can get this done with what's left over, even if the loons die out. The only issue would be time. He's got the cleanup down and around, so the loons really do need to support. Do we really have the king alive on the outside edge of the base? The king still going through? The royal champ? Every single hero still alive for Vendetta? At the end of this raid? Absolutely incredible. Beautiful, beautiful plan. Solid execution on that charge. That's got to be one of the sexiest super wall break charges I've seen, only because of the way he positioned it, came in and knew what chambers he could get open with it. There's a little rivalry here for Inquisition. They want to get the best of ATN in this round. Let's see, Vala coming in with the Zapquake Lalo. So excited. I love when these wars come this close. You never really want to blow out war. You got to enjoy when these wars are this close. So we get the Zapquake in the core, surrounding some of those defenses, just around the clan castle. How are we going to take care of the clan castle? With the entry, we come in, we take on the scatter shot, and we get what we need to get right into that radius to take it on. Ice Golem is here to serve the purpose of keeping these heroes alive long enough, because there's a lot of damage coming in. We've got the scatter shot, but we're going to have the Warden Tower and the clan castle troops coming out. Royal Champ to take on the Eagle Chamber. Ice Golem to tank, because it is a lot coming in at her. Oh, but it goes on the outskirts. Doesn't matter anyway. She's still tries to stand her ground. Gets right to the Eagle. Loses a little bit of focus here. She takes on the Royal Champ, but enough to work her way through with the Seeking Shield and take down the Eagle. Marvito, thank you for the follow. So Queen quickly works through that Hound. We get exactly the value needed. That Seeking Shield going the distance. It's not going to be enough to take on the multi. The king will take her down, but that's fine. This is looking good. Just have to be mindful to maybe hold it freeze for the back end multi. We have one for the scatter. Oh, look at that loon sweeping through into the core, picking up any possible traps, because bear in mind, we do have that air sweeper. There will be a slight cut across between the Expo and the air sweeper. Lala works through. Stone Slammer coming in to tank. Warden's going to need to use this ability, but an ability here for the Town Hall is going to be huge, because it's going to help keep the push safely past the scatter shot. Did use that freeze to help hold down. We need to see this freeze now coming in for the scatter here, not for the back end multi. So it's going to be the haste to sweep through into the multi-targeting Inferno in the back end of this. But we still have a half health Stone Slammer. This has some good power left over. Minute 4 on the clock. Lots of loons here. 1 haste if needed to sweep across, but it is not needed. Minions are down and around for the cleanup on all those storages right in the center of the base. That loon that came through was huge because it does help out quite a bit in some of the cleanup factor, helped with the potential issue of the loons who might have cut across it for the sweeper. This is superb. With this, Vala comes in, does what Vala does best, picks up the 3-star and throws down the win for ATN. 14 stars in the final matchup of the day. This has been very consistent with what we've seen in their performance. Their group stage, they won all of their matches. 15, they had a perfect war, and then 2 14-star wars. Today, same thing. They started off with a perfect war, and now 2 14-star wars to seal them through for the win. So let's see how Antibiotics finishes this one off. Will it be a 14-star war? Will they keep it just as close as we were hoping to see this go? Ice Golem tanks for this Royal Champ as she pushes her way in towards that scatter shot. Now look at this. We've got 3 invisibility spells to come in and give her a ton of value. We drop the first one to redirect the Seeking Shield. Ooh, but we don't get the scatter shot down. Rip the Dream. We still have the Zapquake to come in. Just need a slight adjustment modification to take down that scatter. What are we going to bring in is going to be the question to section this off. We've got the dragons lining up their path. We might see one straying over, and they can take on the firepower. They can take on some of the heat. So while one distracts, we sneak a loon in. Loon not going to be able to get in there in time, but a slight distraction again keeps the dragons working through. You just don't want all of them going to the outside of the base because you need the main push coming down and around. King and Queen need to work through into that multi-chamber. Big chunk going around, going towards the town hall. We have yet to see the blimp sail in place, waiting for the drags to clear a path, waiting for the clan castle to come out. Freezes up those super minions. We've got a couple drags working through with the King and Queen. Queen's still hanging on to the ability, and we can't forget, we still have 2 more invisibility spells right there for the town hall. This will be good cleanup now, actually, having the dragons on the outskirts of the base. He has handled this well. Queen forces off that ability. 1 more invisibility spell left to go. Oh, but these single targeting Infernos are what will roast these poor dragons. Ooh. Yikes, the traps. Trap combination there, unfortunately, does them in, and this is the defense at the end of the day for ATN. Trying to give it as much as he can. He had dropped that final invisibility spell on the air defense just to keep those dragons safe. But they know there was ATN had the win, the 14 stars, the percentage. It was in their favor. But still a nice way to finish off the day. 14-13 is where we leave this match, with ATN walking away with the first place prize, 1,000 euros, coming in with the 10,000 gems that they'll be able to use at some point when Town Hall 14 finally drops. Inquisition not walking away empty-handed and picking up the 500 euros and the 5,000 gems that they'll be able to use as a team. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the war. I hope you enjoyed the other wars. If you want to catch the entire live stream, make sure to head over to my Twitch channel. You can watch the entire live VOD there. And if you also want some free bases, don't forget to head over to my Discord server where we get free weekly drops of bases courtesy of Blueprint Base Building with some of the best base builders around. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. And that's about it. Until next time, this is LadyB. I'll catch you guys later.